Good morning, Orchard STEM School. This is Mr. Hoydick, the art teacher. Today we are working on our final installment of the Pablo Picasso still life. Bull, fruit, and pitcher. It's located at the Cleveland Museum of Art. Beautiful artwork. Here's my copy that I print up so that you can see it while I work on it. Today when we start to color, we're going to do the big sections first. And I picked blue. Alright, I see blue here. I see a lighter blue here, little blue there, right here, lighter there, and lighter there. So I'm going to work on the dark sections first, this section and that section. I'm going to move my example over. You can see I've started here, and I've started coloring in this section, this dark section here. And so I might have to move my rubber band. Rubber band's there to hold the artwork down. I might clean it up when we're done recording too. And so I trace along the edge and then I color in. If I can see the white of the paper, I need to color over it again. Alright, one section done. Now, I actually made a little B right there to remind me that that part's blue. I want to take that out. I don't want it showing through. Some kids like to write down what colors they intend to use. It reminds me of a paint by number. And so I'm going to trace around the spout of the pitcher and around here. And you know, there's a little green down here too that I'm gonna give it some room. So this curve I just made, inside of here is going to be green. Oh, I see blue inside. I mean, one thing at a time though. So there's a little bit of blue inside of the jaws of the bowl, and I'll do that in a minute. First, I'm going to hit this with some really dark blue next to the pitcher. And as I go out, I'm going to press lighter. I'm going to feather out this shading. On the example in the museum, on the original in the museum, the closer you get to it, don't get too close, the alarms will go off. The closer you get to it, you can really see that it looks like paint. In other words, you can see the paint on the surface. You can see the brush strokes. We call that painterly. And most of it is not, but some sections it really shows up. All right, that section of blue. Let me blend on this side too. Blend on the left. That's better. You know what? If I want to change any parts of it, make them darker, make them different colors, I can do that as well. Now, I was mentioning before class started that when I went to see this, well, I went to the museum a couple of weeks ago, and one thing, I'm going to come above this, one thing that I thought when I looked at the painting is, whoa, I have a lot of work to do. And so if you're looking at something, you know, as an example to paint, use Picasso's. Look at his, not mine. Because he's the expert, he's the master. I am but a pale imitation. And I like that. Got the dark blue here, I got the lighter blue in through there. Now this central section, you know what, I'm actually going to back up. I got a lighter blue over here, and I think I'm going to blend the actual light blue pencil in with it. So my light blue pencil is right here, and when I blend, I just color over it kind of lightly. It makes a new color. The two blend together. Dark blue and light blue make something new. And on this side, it's the same deal. There's actually a darker area right next to the handle. And there's a lighter blue area on the outside. And I'm going to take that lighter blue and blend it. And up here as well. And on the edge of the paper, I just try to color on the edge and then color to it. A student was telling me this, that this sort of thing reminds them of a coloring book. And in a way it is, but it's one that you set up. You set up your drawing, and then you set up what colors you want and where you want them. I'm going to blend a little bit of blue into this area. And over here as well. The light blue. All right. Let's move along and do around the tree. But there's a lot of white over here, and there's around the tree is all white. I'm going to leave that alone. So you can see I'm holding my colored pencil by the edge, by the side, I mean. And I'm just going to very lightly hit there. And let's see here. You know the tree moved. It's a little closer to the bull skull than in the painting. That's fine. I told you, you could move the stuff around. If you don't have the exact spatial relations, it's fine. And so I'll just add a little bit of blue here. A little bit of blue there. A little bit here too. And if I can see the pencil lines, I'll just kind of blend it in. Of course, I mean colored pencil lines. All right. So my blue, I'll bring the example back in. You can see I have one more area to the left that has the blue, and then I'll move on to the green. So I actually have a darker area of blue above the left horn. And that's some extra lines, but that's fine. I made the green area grow a little bigger than it should be. That's fine too. And so I want this to actually be thicker. And I'll add a little bit. There we go. On the side. I see a pencil line. So I'm going to blend in the blue and see if I can get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. Uh-huh. All right. Now we'll move on to green. Sometimes I'll miss a spot and I'll have to go back to it. So always be ready to kind of take a look at your picture and say, whoops, green's over here. And while I'm at it, I'm going to erase the G's that I put down to guide me. We'll call them guide G's. There we go. And this green area is kind of dark. So I'm going to trace around my object. In this case, it's the pitcher. I'm going to blend in the lighter green in a minute. And now I'll do this green section over here. And this area will be white, and I have a choice whether I want to color it with the white colored pencil or leave it the white of the paper. Alright, so here's a green section. And if I see lines, I can blend it. And also color the opposite direction. A lot of times that'll take out your pencil lines. And of course, let's get that light green in there. That dark green's kind of powerful. But I can see the light greens blending in with it. That looks pretty cool. This area here in front of the jaw of the bull skull is green. All right. And let's blend that a little bit. Great. One last section right over here. So now I have the clip on this side, and sometimes it messes with me, but so far it seems to be okay. Yeah, it's messing with me a little bit, but it's not that big a detail. So here's the green, dark green, and blend, light green. Alright, the green areas are done. And you know what? I will do the white next. Let's take a look. Where do I see the white? Oh, I see it around the pitcher in 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. I see a little on the jaw that I'm going to need to add. The teeth, the tree, this area over on the left. Also, you know what? There's some that's blended in with the blue here. There's some that's blended there. I'm going to start with the tableclothy parts first. So right here. All right, over here. And I can kind of see it, especially next to the edge of the shape. The edge of the objects too. And so if I pick up some shade from the black area or the green area, I think that's okay. Yeah, pretty good. A little bit right here. over here. You see I have the pencil on its edge. And I'm just going in a circle. That's actually pretty cool. There in a circle. In front of the picture. I'll go up here. Yep, on the edge there. Let's see here. Even on the skull, the top of the skull, it seems there's a little bit of lighter areas. Now I'm going to do around the tree. You can see the white is picking up some darker areas. I'm going to blend around going in a circular motion around the branches, and it's giving me some details that I really like. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I'm going to move on to, I think maybe the brownish tan of the skull and the table. I'm going to hold it on the edge. I don't want much color to come out. I'm going to start just adding a little bit of brown all over my composition. I'm going to skip the teeth. Alright, so we have the brown to start. And now I'm going to get yellow. And I'm going to look for the lighter areas. And I think I might also add a little bit of orange. I'll do that next. Yeah, I'm going to definitely add some orange. Orange I'll add over here, around the jaw, down under here, and then it almost looks like there is a triangle. And I'm going to add some more brown again. You can see brown here, here, and here. So nose above the eye, and a little bit, under the other eye along the bottom. All right, a little bit in here, but not much. Now I want to hit it again with the white. So Moving on, I'm going to use orange. And the orange is going to be on the fruit. You know, I missed some green. I missed some green around the perimeter of the fruit, you know, around the outside of it. So I'll add that in a minute. And you can see I'm coloring all the fruit in orange. But I will blend yellow in this area here, and in this area here. I'll blend that yellow. I want to add the yellow here first I can. And some up here. And a little bit there. And mainly on the left side. And the green inside the fruit. Green outside the fruit. And the orange on the pitcher. Now keep in mind, I'm also going to blend some red. You can see I'm blending the orange in with the yellow. All right, the red. And if I want to blend all of my orange with a little bit of red, I can. Nope, went outside a little bit, but that's fine. A little bit of yellow over the spout. Yellow over there. Yellow down there. Add red on top of the yellow. Get an orangish. Okay. Finally, I'm going to add the table. And so, I want to use a pencil on the edge, I can. I'm coloring into the black. It's going to pick up some black colored pencil and kind of smudge it. That's absolutely fine. Let me get the edge on the bottom here. Careful with the edge of the paper. It could flip, it could rip. And that shadow there, under the fruit. There's the edge of the table. finally this bottom right corner. One last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of black. Blend it in on the table. And over here. And a little bit up here. If I can see the black, that's fine. I'm going to add some leaf details in the tree. A little bit of black over on the edge in the green. All right, there we go. Please color in your Picasso still life based on the bull, fruit, and picture. I can't wait to see your work. Try your best, and have a great day. Thanks.